This is Saturday night with BDD in the place to be. Hey. Who's out there? Who's up? Come on in. The water is nice, yo. Monique Lee, I see you. Foxhill Dreams, what up? What up? Tina G, Asmila J, Sherry Scary, Watcha Soko, David Shaw in the place to be. Goes to St. John's University. Hello, Bernadette. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to BDD After Dark. Yes, I see that damn Karen. Eddie G is in the heezy. Cha-Cha is here. Okay, so I'm going to start off. I want to say Happy Mother's Day to you all. That is the main reason I popped on here. Main reason. Stephanie L. from Florida. What's up, my friend? Did I say hello to Foxhill Dreams and that damn Karen? That damn Karen. That damn Karen. First of all, can you guys hear the music? Can everybody hear the music? All right. Hey, I see a rider driver there. Rider driver is here. I want to make sure I'm not the only one jamming to the cool jazz tunes. Yes. First of all, I'm sick and tired of this cold, rainy ass weather. I don't know about you guys. I don't know how the weather is where you are, but it's like, I don't know. Wait. Let me see. Temperature. 46 degrees. It's May. It's 46 degrees. It's ridiculous. Oh, yes. Eddie G with the reminder to please still hit the like button. We still need likes on Saturday nights as well. Likes on Saturday nights. Yeah. It's cold today. It's been rainy the past few days. I'm done with it. Look at me with the turtleneck on. Don't get it twisted. I do love turtleneck sweater, but not in May. Congratulations, Eddie G, and anyone else who is a fan of the Golden State Warriors. They have won tonight. Was there ever any doubt that the Golden State Warriors are fantastic? Sherry Scary says it's 50 degrees in KC, Missouri, Kansas City, Missouri. That's cold. That's cold for Missouri. Missouri, as they say. Why so late? Chrissy M wants to know. Why so late? I don't know. I just kind of felt like touching base with you guys. You know, tomorrow is Mother's Day. It's important. Holy shit. Bernadette says it's 100 degrees in Phoenix today. That's hot. That's too damn hot. Happy medium for me. My favorite temperature is like 78 degrees. 78, between 78 and 80 around there is like perfect. That's the that's the Goldilocks. That's the Goldilocks spot right there. No, Chrissy, I'm not going to be watching any UFC fights. In fact, Wifey and I just finished watching this movie called The Hitman's Bodyguard, because it's available on this new TV channel. I think it's called Freevee. I can't remember, but it's also the channel where the new Bosch show is going to be airing. It's very good. Rider Driver says 82 degrees, no humidity that is ideal. Yeah. Smila J says 80 is burning up, but 78 is ideal. That 2 degrees makes a huge difference. Tina G says Albuquerque was 92 degrees, which is super warm. Super warm. You guys, you hear that? Tina G says 92 is just warm. But 80 is burning. Come on, Smila J. Like, isn't it Texas and New Mexico? Aren't those like kind of adjacent to one another? I'm not great at geography, but I know Texas and New Mexico are both down south, out west, right? You guys are basically neighbors. Anyway, so yes, I wore the turtleneck shirt today, and looks like I'll have to wear it a few more days at least. Well, not this one. I have others. We did venture out into the rain today to go and see Doctor Strange Multiverse of Madness. I can confirm that movie is something special. It is great. Very enjoyable, entertaining. I believe I gave it an 8.5 out of 10, which that's pretty good for me. For a Marvel movie, 8.5 is actually kind of low. If I say 9, that means I loved it with no criticism. This I had some criticism for. I did. I still enjoyed it, but I had criticism. I'm allowed, I'm an OG. I'm a Marvel movie OG. I'm an MCU. My critiques cannot be questioned at this point. But what I'm about to say, it's not really a spoiler if you've paid any attention whatsoever to any of the trailers or any of the commercials. But what if you're afraid, then just don't listen to me. Just go la la la, la for a minute. Yeah, what I didn't like about this movie is that the bad guy, the villain of this movie, is the Scarlet Witch. Granted, in the comics, I am well aware, most comic book fans are well aware that of the fact that Scarlet Witch actually caused a lot of problems for people like the X-Men and mutants. She said mutants no more, and she is so powerful. She affected the whole entire Marvel Comics universe. So she's very powerful, and she has at one point in her career has not been great. She's not been great, but as far as the MCU is concerned, she is a hero. She's been a hero. She has. So it's very strange to me. Hey, Cindy C, I see you there. It was very strange to me. And hang on a second. Let me just fix this audio setting here. Okay, so just bear with me. What I just did, I don't know if you're going to hear any difference in quality right now, but when I have people on the show that I'm interviewing, I have to check this thing off that says echo cancellation, which cancels out the echo on their end, but it also reduces the audio quality from me. So I don't know, maybe you're hearing a slight improvement in the audio. Anyway, like I was saying, she's been a good guy for the Avengers in the Marvel Universe up until now, and all of a sudden you take this woman who has suffered more loss than anyone else. She lost her brother, she lost her husband, she lost her kids, she lost everybody, and now you want to turn her into the bad guy. I didn't like it. I didn't like that. I understood why she was framed that way, but I didn't care for that treatment of a hero. What's up, Midas Wendy H? I see you. She's popping in for a bit. That's good to see. Let's see. Those of you who are watching on the Twitter, don't hang on. Don't watch on the Twitter. Watch on the YouTube. In fact, just pop over to YouTube right now. If you have not yet subscribed to Storytime with BDD on YouTube, go ahead and do it. It's free. It costs you nothing, and it will enrich your life. You will be happier. You will be able to lift incredible weights and perform feats of strength. No, let me stop. It's a great show, and it's free. Also, before I forget anything else, while I have your attention here, I have uploaded some I have uploaded some pictures and video to my Patreon. Those of you who subscribe to my Patreon account, I know there's been some cobwebs on it. Very bad keeping on top of that. Hey, Wojo Mom, look at you guys. Wojo Mom is here, you guys. Now it's a party. So I have uploaded some exclusive pictures and video. When I say exclusive, that's because wifey is there in the pictures. Normally I don't post her on Twitter just because, I can deal with trolls and shit like that. But so anyway, she's on, there's pictures of her and I on my Patreon page. It's on one of the tiers, I believe. You got to be a BDD pal to view that tier. And there's pictures of the concert. There's some video of me singing quite poorly. I didn't realize how bad I sound singing until you watch me singing along with Spoon at that concert. So let me briefly talk about that concert because it was a very big deal for me. Okay. When we first got there were probably only, I would say, 100 people. There was 100 people at that at the venue, and I was like, "Holy shit! Where is everybody?" Mind you, I hadn't, up until last night, I hadn't gone to a venue with more than 20 people, aside from the supermarkets. I hadn't been to a concert or a movie, with hundreds of people in the same room at the same time. Hadn't done it. So this was a very big deal for me. And I was excited. It was a birthday present for me from wifey. She gifted me this concert thing, and it was very cool. Spoon is, if you guys have not heard any Spoon music yet, I highly recommend. I love that band. I love them with all of my heart. Some of you are having issues with me criticizing my own singing. Eddie G says, "What you talking about?" So anyway, eventually the room filled up with a lot of people. There was probably 2,000 people. And was I nervous about being in there without a mask? No, I was not. I wasn't. I figure, look, I am vaccinated, and if I get it, I'm boosted, so if I do happen to get it, the same way President Obama got it and Vice President Harris got it and Jen Psaki got it, and good Lord, everybody has had it. So, yes, Watcher Soko says, no mask. Yeah. I told you guys, I've been working my way towards doing this. Look, there's people who wear masks, right, into a restaurant. where you know you have to take the mask off in order to eat. You have to do it. You cannot eat through a mask. It's physically impossible, right? So when you take that mask off, it's not like the COVID it's not like the COVID virus is like, oh, wait. Stay away from them because they're eating. It's time out for anybody who's got their mask off because they're eating. We will not enter someone who is eating. It's time out for them. It doesn't work like that. You understand? I see so many people will go to a restaurant and they've got the mask and then they take it off and they assume that whatever that mask was doing for them up until the moment they take the mask off and start eating, they think that somehow that protection is still going to apply. It doesn't. It doesn't. So I'm in there. I'm going to see what the hell happens if I do get it, God forbid. Then hopefully I am vaxxed and boosted enough so that I can avoid a stay at the hospital. You know, but the same goes for movies too. So we went to the movie today, and I had popcorn, and I had peanut butter, the Reese's peanut butter cups. I had, boy, I'm going to tell you, when I go to the movies, I pig the hell out. I pig out. I eat candy, popcorn, chips, all of that stuff, all of it. Skittles, as much candy as I can shove down my gullet is what I eat at the movies. And so you can't do that with a mask on again. And you know, I've been talking about for the past month or two, I've been saying at some point we have to make the move from pandemic to endemic, to the point where we are living with this disease. We're living with it. And we're not living in fear of it anymore. We're just living with it, whatever, you know. So that's where I am. And as I've also said frequently, I said, if at the end of every show, I say, if you feel so inclined, please wear a mask, you know. And that's what happened last night. Wifey and I were at the Spoon concert. And when the venue was not crowded at all, when there was only 100 people, she was not wearing a mask. But as soon as it started to look like, you know, there's bodies in this piece now, she immediately put her mask on because she did not feel comfortable. And that's it. That's all there is. You know, we have to get, as a society, we have to get to a point where we are not giving people shit for wearing a mask, and we are not giving people shit for not wearing a mask. That's where we have to be. Everybody just has to accept some people want to wear a mask and some people don't. That's where we are. No more judgment anymore on either side, I think. Let's take that out of the warfare equation. Can we not attack each other for wearing or not wearing a mask anymore? You know? The CDC has lifted the mask mandates for planes. If you're going to be upset about anybody not wearing a mask, really, you would think it's a plane where if you're going to California or New York, it's a 3-hour flight, 4-hour? I forget how many hours that flight is. It's a long-ass flight to be there with the mask on. But even on the plane, people do eat on planes, and they do drink water and beverages and coffee on the plane. You got to take the mask off for that. And the COVID vaccine is not going to respect your space just because you've only taken it off to eat. Anyway, the down point of the Spoon concert, this was interesting, was that there were a lot of folks smoking weed in that concert. And it was to the point where I felt like a grumpy old man, and I didn't like that feeling. And I know I'm not a grumpy old man. I am a recovering addict who used to smoke weed on a daily basis multiple times a day. I smoked weed all day long. I stayed stoned. And that was before I got to the heavy stuff. And as a recovering addict, sitting in there with people, they were just sparking up freely indoors. Look, last time I checked, you are not allowed to smoke indoors. You can't do it anywhere. Last I checked, unless you're in Amsterdam, right? So the smell, you guys know what the smell of weed is. It's quite pungent. It's strong. I'm not getting high anymore. I don't want to catch a secondhand buzz from anybody's cloud of smoke. I don't want it. And it bugged me. We're sitting up in the balcony, so every time the lights came down over the crowd, you could see like 8 or 10 plumes of smoke all over the place. Like, wow. And obviously, I'm not going to narc on anybody. I'm not going up into security. You see that guy with the red shirt? He's going like this. He's smoking. I wasn't going to do it, but I felt like I wanted to. Felt like, and I also wondered, like, damn it, if this is the shit that goes down at concerts, maybe my attendance at concerts going forward is going to be somewhat limited, because it just wasn't. Imagine this, right? Raise your hand if you love the smell of farts. Yeah, no, I don't think anybody's hand is up, right? Nobody loves the smell of farts. But imagine if I had a fart spray and I brought that with me and I walked all around the concert room spraying fart smell all over the place. And people would be like, yo, dude, what are you doing? I'm like, yeah, I love this. I love this smell. I love the smell of farts. I want to share it with everybody. And they'd be like, yeah, but we don't, bro. Excuse me? What'd you say? Oh, we don't love the smell of farts. Yeah, and you know what? A lot of us don't love the smell of your weed. If you want to smoke that shit, go outside and take a puff and then come back in. Seriously, be considerate. If everybody has to obey the rules of smoking cigarettes, you should have to obey the rules about smoking weed. I'm not saying they should get arrested. I'm just saying, look, enforce some goddamn laws. There are some rules that said you cannot bring an umbrella into... they said you could not bring umbrellas. Umbrellas are prohibited at the... at Hammerstein Ballroom. Weird. Anyway, aside from that, the theme, the only theme that I'm hearing moving forward right now these days is about the GOP's ultra aggressive move to legislate women's bodies, to tell women what they can and cannot do with their bodies. And I feel like that has got to be a catastrophic mistake. If we cannot blow them out of the freaking water behind this, then it'll never happen. This is potentially the most explosive issue we have had in our lives. What's more explosive than telling a woman? Some states have criminalized it to the point where an abortion can be considered homicide. That's insane. I'm also seeing some reports that they are trying to craft legislation to restrict the use of contraceptives. Hey, what's up, that damn Alaskan? I see you there. And I see Maitalka Belly. Jenny Rayner says no voice, no peace. Stephanie L says no choice, no peace. Yeah, I think there should be protest marches all throughout the summer, like the same way it happened with George Floyd. And sadly, we did not get any legislation passed. We didn't get any police reform bill. But at the very least, I think the activists should be very busy between now and November, because our base needs to stay fired up. If there's only that one issue is plenty to stay fired up behind. If you want to add some issues, we could talk about how Rick Scott and his plan to increase taxes and to raise taxes on the poor and the middle class, and how he's planning on eliminating Social Security and Medicare if they win. So we have to make sure they don't win. We have to make sure of that. Maital Cabelli says it's also infringing on religion too. Cha-Cha says they are talking about interracial marriage in some states. Yeah, they're going to talk about interracial marriage. They're going to talk about same-sex marriages. Yep, all that stuff. If we let them get away with this. Look at this. I cannot believe I was not even aware of this. That damn Alaskan says, how about Rubio wanting to require a negative pregnancy test to leave the state? God forbid that is actually happening right now. Is that actually? I haven't been on the Twitter and on the news much today. So if that's true, good Lord. What are they doing? Just to they're just trying to throw as much stuff against the wall to see what sticks and to see what outrages us. Maybe they want to burn us out. I don't get it, but this should be plenty for us to mobilize behind. And it's not just us getting angry and yelling and making signs and marching and shit like that, but it's also informing our neighbors and our relatives what is happening and making sure that they vote. It's that simple. There's got to be so many people turning out to vote that there is no doubt. There's way too many votes for them to cheat. I think, everybody's concernicus about them wanting to cheat, them wanting to designate certain people who are friendly to Republicans to count the votes. As they say, it's not how many people votes, it's who counts the votes, right? But regardless, if you get somebody who is a Republican friendly person, if we create a voting tsunami, there's such a thing as there's just too many votes to rig. That's it. Jenny Rayner says we need to mobilize locally. That's right. Everybody needs to get involved. It's not just about, who is going to be the assistant district attorney and who is going to be ombudsman or whatever. This is about rights, about women's right to decide what is best for them and for their own bodies. I wanted to mention something else too. A good friend of ours, Jonathan Slater. We know Jonathan Slater in this show as Philosophy. So our friend Philosophy, aka Jonathan Slater, has apparently lost his Twitter account. So he's got a new Twitter. I'm following him on his new Twitter. And let me see let me just double check. Philosophy. His new account is at Joe Slater 37. Here, let me just create a new thing. At Joe Slater 37. There. That is Philosophy's new account at Joe Slater 37. Make sure you give him a follow. Tell your friends in your DM rooms to give him a follow as well. He's kind of bummed out about it. I would be too. I still think there's hope for him to get his account back. It's not easy to build your account up to. I think he was up to 20,000 followers. It's not easy to build your account up to that level and then boom, have it taken away. And behind something as ridiculous as the copyright infringement thing, come on. Everybody has posted a video. Oh shit! Last night I posted a video. I posted a video of the opening act for Spoon last night. It was Margaret Glaspie, and I did credit her in the thing, but it probably wouldn't even matter, right? I should probably just take that tweet down. Yeah, I'm going to take that down. Cindy C says he's now up to 3,700. That is nice. Oh, hang on a second. Let me just make sure you guys can hear my main theme. Because just a few days ago, or maybe it was last week, I attempted to play the main theme music and you guys couldn't hear it. So let's see. Boom. Okay, good. You guys can hear that. So what are you guys planning on doing for Mother's Day tomorrow? I can tell you that I did get wifey a basket. Oh, in fact, I meant to bring that in here. Hold on a second. Show and tell. I love show and tell. This is the basket that I got from Harry and David. There's a company called Harry and David. I don't know if you can see this here. There are some yogurt covered pretzels. There are fruits in here. There are cheeses. There are chocolates. And is a pail. It's a metal bucket. It's pretty cool. And I will be assisting in the eating of this basket. This will easily take a week or maybe a couple of days to eat. I don't know. It feels heavy. It feels like if we eat all that stuff in a few days, we're gonna be sick. So yeah. I saw some folks say barbecue. Let's see. Oh, Asmila J is gardening with her dad. That's nice. That's nice. And I see somebody gave me a donation. Let me see, who is this? Jenny Rayner. Thank you, my friend. Thank you, Jenny, for the kind donation. Oh, shit. Lucy L. with the news blast here. I had not heard this. Lucy is saying she heard Elon is going to fire 1,000 people and will start charging $3 per month. That could be true, but I don't believe he's going to take over just like that. I think it's a while, if he's going to take over at all. I think it's going to be a while. Yeah, Lucielle is doing a barbecue. Stephanie L's daughter is making her breakfast. That's always a win right there. Maitel Cabelli sent mom a box of her favorite cookies that she can't get where she lives. That is excellent. Excellent, eh? Oh, Cindy C., I'm so sorry. Cindy says she lost her mom 37 years ago. All she can do is visit her grave empty-handed. Well, I'm sure her spirit will enjoy having you there, so that's what matters. I don't think she cares if your hands are empty. It's that your heart should be full. Patricia Pueyas, I see you. Bernadette is having dinner at her sister's house, and brother-in-law is barbecuing. Kids are bringing gifts and prizes. That's nice. That damn Alaskan is watching Oregon State baseball. Oh, Monique Lee says that the shareholders are already suing Elon to try and stop the takeover. It's anybody's guess. I personally don't expect Elon's takeover to affect me one way or the other. Is he going to somehow make the trolls more toxic than they already are? Because right now they're already kind of toxic, but also they're stupid. They've really clearly run out of things to say. I don't think they've ever had anything clever or biting to say. I've never felt a burn from a troll. Really, my average response to reading troll comments is like, I roll my eyes like, this bullshit again, you know. What's this, Brooklyn dad, that we see you owe child support? Really? Where'd you hear this, dude? Because that's a lot of bullshit. I have 2 kids that live with me now and 3 grown adult sons, all 3 of whom I helped put through college and never, ever, ever missed a payment. Ever. Aries Wanderers joining us from Cleveland, Ohio. Welcome. Tim Alaska says, anyone else see that Elon is metamorphosizing into the penguin? I will say this. I did enjoy the Batman movie. Damn, I was just about to say that I enjoyed the Batman more than I enjoyed Doctor Strange, and that would be a lie. Because I can see myself watching the Doctor Strange movie about 5 more times, easily. The visuals are just incredible. Some incredible visuals in this show. The banter back and forth, the fight scenes are great. You know, I love a good fight scene. Great movie overall. But I think I was telling you earlier that wifey and I watched The Hitman's Bodyguard. If you haven't seen that shit, it's an old movie. I think it's probably like 10 years old. Starring Ryan Reynolds and Samuel L. Jackson. Samuel L. Jackson is the hitman, and Ryan Reynolds is the bodyguard. And they're at each other's throats throughout the whole movie. But it's almost like a buddy cop movie, except they're not cops. They're both kind of like hitmen sort of thing. So yeah, check that out. It's fun. I mainly watched it because I've been wanting to see the hitman's wife's bodyguard, the hitman's bodyguard's wife, or whatever the hell that next one is, the sequel. So now I can see it. Aries Wanderer says she calls Elon the bored billionaire muskrat. This is lovely. Here's our friend Rojo Mom saying, Happy Mother's Day, everyone. Getting chocolate chip pancakes made by my son. That's special. Yeah. I remember quite a few Mother's Days making pancakes for my mom. And I do miss her too. Sylvia P. saying, if Republicans get their way, there are going to be a whole lot more mothers soon. They would love that. They would love that. Their fear and their concern is that that there aren't enough white babies being born. Did you guys see this thing earlier today that Amy Coney Barrett had written something about wait, I don't remember exactly what the hell she wrote. It was just so outrageous. The domestic supply of infants. What? The domestic supply of infants. It's unreal. It's unreal. It would have been nice to know that kind of shit was bouncing around in her Handmaid's Tale head before she got the job. And Melissa McQueen wants to know if I saw the Wisconsin governor candidate's interview. I did not, but I guess I'm going to guess that I should take a look at that, right? Sherry Scary saw some people call her Amy Coat Hanger Barrett. Yeah, she deserves that moniker, indeed. It's scary. It's scary that this stuff is happening, and it doesn't seem like there is a big enough outcry about. To me, I could be wrong. I know earlier today there were protests around. I won't be satisfied. Me personally, I won't be satisfied until there are protests in every goddamn state. And in every city. Because you know what we have in every city and every state? We have women who do not want their bodies controlled by men or by anybody. We have that. I guarantee you that. 1,000,000,000%. I will put my life savings. Well, I can't put my life. I have no life savings. But I will bet a year's worth of lunch money that we have women in every city and every state who do not want to be controlled. They do not want their bodies controlled by men. It's powerful. We just don't realize how powerful it is. The only thing that Republicans have on their side is that life throws so much bullshit at each one of us, men and women, black and white, straight or gay, Christian or Muslim or Jewish. We all have so much adversity and so much hardship thrown at us that we can't focus. The average person doesn't have the time or energy to focus on these extracurricular cultural concerns. But in my opinion, this is not extracurricular. This could be, in many cases, it could be life or death for a lot of women. It could be the difference between, it could be a life-changing difference between the ability to get an abortion or having to carry the offspring of your rapist full term. I've been seeing this a lot, and I think it's a fantastic quote. Pregnancies start with a penis. Regulate that. Wait a minute. I feel I feel like I need to just put out one of my. I'm doing a live tweet, you guys. Regulate the penis. Regulate the goddamn penis. I just posted that. Boom. Regulate that, motherfuckers. Why is it always the women, and why do men think they have the right to tell us what we can do? I just don't get it. I don't get how so many women allow this, women on the right allow this to happen. They, it's like the religion thing, and they've twisted this issue into calling people who are pro-choice murderers. Okay, so that's hyperbole right there. We're not murderers. You don't see us with a knife, hacking away at somebody, or with a gun shooting innocent people's brains out. No, it's a woman and a fetus or an embryo in her body, and that embryo fetus is not, how do they say it? Not viable. It cannot survive outside the body without the woman continuing to feed it. It's not like, it's not like the baby is being born and then they're choking, strangling it. That's not happening. Despite, if it was up to them, those lies would be sold and bought. They tried, they tried pushing that shit too. They tried saying that there are post-birth infanticides happening that are being signed off on by hospital administrators. Look it up. They were pushing that for a while. Sherry Scary points out the laws are named falsities like partial birth or fetal heartbeat, which are both misleading. Yep. That's all they have is misleadings and half-truths, and they will fight for the right to be able to sell bullshit to whoever will listen. That's their whole free speech thing. We want the right to sell as much bullshit as anyone will buy. They think that their right to freedom of speech gives them the right to, well, yeah, I guess they do. I guess you do have the right to lie to people, but you shouldn't. And then their response is, well, who decides what's true and what's false? And, it used to be just reality, fire burns, that's a universal truth. Someone will figure out a way to debate that and say, actually, fire doesn't really burn. It's the molecules in the air around the object that Shut up, man. Fucking fire burns, all right? You know, it's so tiresome having to constantly defend what truth is and what reality is. And you don't get the right to decide what is truth. Like, they were all upset about the Disinformation Bureau created by the Biden administration. They were all calling it the Ministry of Truth. So they got all up in arms. You know, it's always the liars that complain about their right to spread falsities, to spread lies being impinged upon. It's always the liars. The people who tell the truth and appreciate the truth and know what the truth is, you don't hear us complaining about it. We're like, yeah, that's good. More truth, please. More truth, please. The people who bought 30,000 lies from Donald Trump are the ones who are upset that the Biden administration came up with a Disinformation Bureau. They don't want it. We want our lies unfiltered. We don't want anyone to slow it down. We don't want the slowdown of lies. They don't want it. This is interesting. Asmila J. Check this out. Asmila J says, I was pro-life as a child, but once I grew and learned things on my own, I learned... You're saying nuisances. I believe you mean nuances, right? Nothing is black and white as they try to teach you. This is right. There are many extenuating circumstances. I believe that the average person is not pro-abortion, but the average person is pro-choice. And there's a difference. You don't see people out there say, woohoo, abortions are so cool. No, but they are saying the right to choose what to do with your body. That's cool. That will always be cool. Patricia Puella says that MTG tweet just now. Should I take a look? In fact, let's take a look together, shall we? I will take you on this ride with me. Let's go to the Chrome tab, Twitter. Let's share this. Okay. There's my regulate the penis thing. Let's look for Marjorie Taylor Greene. What did this mental case tweet lately? Marjorie Taylor Greene burner? No, that's not it. She's guilty. She's greasy. Oh my God. Oh no. It's her new summer sandals. Oh my Lord. Okay, so where is her tweet? Oh, wait, let's see here. Yeah, she thinks she was acquitted, but she was never really accused of a crime. Let's see. Here's her tweet now. She says, this is illegal. You can't harass a judge in order to influence a decision. That's what this mob is doing, just like Maxine Waters did before the Derek Chauvin decision. Let's see what is happening here.
I see you, buddy! We will not go back! 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 I see you, buddy! We will not go back! We will not go back! We will not go back! We will not go back!
Sorry. Sorry. I don't find anything wrong with that. I don't. There's people saying we will not go back. They are rightfully incensed. What are we supposed to do? stay quiet. They hate it when we protest. I don't see anybody throwing bricks or or Molotov cocktails. I don't see anything like that. I just see people saying we will not go back. They have the right to do so, don't they? Don't they? Oh, is it because they're at their private residence? I don't know. They are getting their point across. Yeah, I don't know. I think I think this is a life and death thing. As long as they don't physically harm anyone, and I think at nighttime they should probably let that person's neighbors sleep. They shouldn't be out there at like 2:00 in the morning doing that. I don't think. Brian Terrell says Strange was awesome. I agree with you, Brian. Strange was awesome. It was strange and it was awesome. Watch your circle. Says Cindy C there like, oh. I was looking for Jenny Rayner's comment here. They are violent and it angers them that we do have to be. We don't have to be, I think is what you meant to say. Yeah, because we don't need violence. I was concernicus when I saw that tweet. I thought, maybe somebody did something violent, but there was no violence happening there. It was just yelling. As Stephanie L points out, no one storming the building. Yeah. That is very interesting. All right, you guys. So listen, my whole purpose here was not to do a full 1 hour show. I really just wanted to check in and say, happy Mother's Day to you all. Tomorrow is Mother's Day. I hope you all have a fantastic, relaxing, peaceful, healthy day. Yeah, and I love you all, and I look forward to seeing you. Wednesday. Wednesday, you guys know, is my interview with Marcus Flowers. It is not this past Wednesday. I thought I was interviewing him this past Wednesday. I had my dates mixed up. I will be interviewing Marjorie Taylor Greene's possible opponent, because I do believe that he has to go through a primary, and there are two other Democrats who are running for the honor to defeat Marjorie Taylor Greene in what will ultimately end up being a tough battle, despite the fact that she is a mental case and she is a horrendous candidate no matter what party she's with. It's going to be an uphill battle because that is Trump country. Like it or not, common sense or not, she should not be elected dog catcher anywhere. But there are a bunch of Trump Looney Tunes who will not care about any video clips, about anything that she has ever said. They won't care about any of that stuff. They're going to vote. They're rubber stamp her in there. I don't care what she said. So that's going to be an uphill battle, but it's not impossible. It's not impossible. If we mobilize, if we get the word out there, anything can happen. Good things can happen. So, once again, you guys, thank you for joining me for Saturday night. Wait. Thank you for joining me for Saturday night with BDD. Again, have a wonderful Mother's Day. I will see you Wednesday, 5:30 p.m. Central, Eastern time. I love you all. Peace. Hey, hey. Here's Amanda Crawford saying, Happy Mother's Day to all the really cool aunts and honorary moms, too. Glory Lord saying, and thank you for having us. We've got some good news from Jenny Rayner saying Mandela Barnes is up on Ron Johnson. That is great Wisconsin news. Dun, 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 dun. Sherry Scary, it's nice to see you back in the place these days. Nice to see you. Amanda Crawford once again with the reminder to hit that like button. Foxhill Dreams says, Happy Mother's Day from Fur Babies 2. Monique Lee with the Happy Mother's Day to everyone. Watch Osaka says, don't forget to like the show. Sylvia P. Yeah. All right, you guys. Once again, I love you, but you can't stay here. It's that time. You need to leave.